Good morning, everybody. This is my new house. This is the second morning that I've woken up here. So far, everything's going really well. But you might be able to see the bright light behind me. So from where I've placed the bed, that's what comes through the front door in the morning. So if there's anything that's ever going to get you out of bed, it's beaming sunlight through a window from the other room. Let me get you up to speed. I still haven't released the video of me moving. I've got all the footage on the camera waiting to go, but I've just got to get to the edit. But I thought I'd get into this video now, seeing as I haven't moved in. This is morning number 2. So far, everything's going really well. I feel like I'm fitting into this space a lot better than I thought I was going to. You know, I did have some doubts just before moving in that I'd made the wrong decision. I'll go into those details later. But the feel of the house, which might be a bit of an airy-fairy term, take it for what it is. The feel of the house is really working for me. And it feels nice waking up here. So yeah, all in all, at this stage, super happy I'm here. One thing that I've realized from this purchase is that because I'm still new at buying houses, unfortunately I am still a bit of an emotional buyer. So going back to that feeling, if I feel like the property is right, that's enough for me. Now maybe that's a good thing, maybe that's a bad thing, I'm not sure at this stage. But what it does mean is that I'm ending up in situations, happened with the last house, happened with this house, where the house is great, but there are things that I should have picked up before I bought the house. Now they're fine, there's nothing wrong with them, I will be able to overcome them, but I should have seen it more clearly instead of just being blinded by that feeling of, this house is amazing, I need to have it. And here's a couple of examples. This is an old Queenslander, and the way they were built back in the day was very haphazardly. They went together for, I think this was a mining cottage, so it went together for a real functional purpose. And things like squareness weren't always an issue. So you can see that door out there, how skew it is compared to the hallway. If I come further back, you might be able to notice this wall here goes up, gets this point, and then sort of deviates it a bit. Basically, this whole house, almost none of it is square. Floorboards, they don't run perpendicular to the wall. The walls have all been built on a slight angle. So nothing in this house is square. Now for me, I don't mind that because this house has been around for a fair while. You know, it's not like it's just going to fall down. But that is something that could put off potential buyers. So while I did notice it while we were here, I didn't pay enough attention to it. So hopefully that's not something that's going to put people off in the future when they come to buy it. It's purely going to be they're going to have the mindset like I did of, well, it's an old Queenslander, that's what you expect. And another thing which you might have noticed as I've been walking through all of the rooms is that there is no built-in storage. This was one that myself and Jamie only picked up about a week after signing the contract. And we didn't want to let it stop us from going ahead, but there is nothing in this house. The kitchen has cupboards, and that cupboard there is what we're using as a linen closet for the meantime. But either got to go out and buy sort of a whole bunch of loose wardrobes and highboys, or I'm going to have to spend money putting cabinetry in here. Now, obviously, that's something that you can add value to the house with, which is the way we've taken it. But that I didn't pick that up until I had already signed the contract. So that's a bit of a slap on my wrist. But having said all of that, I still believe that my passion for the house is what counts, because that's what's going to get me through the renovations, you know, and the tough times with no storage. That's going to get me through. That's what's important. So I'm not going to say that it was a bad buy, but the next time I buy a house, I need to remember all of these things and make sure that I see that and look for that and be aware of that and be more objective about those things when it comes to buying a house. All right, well, I gotta get back to work. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. It's been a bit of a busy day, so I haven't actually done too much in terms of the house. But I do want to do a little bit of gardening this evening. You hear that silence? I mean, you can obviously hear the road up there. But my outlook is that. And man, that's a beautiful thing. It's just so nice to end a day looking over all these mango trees, an empty lot, and then that easement. Anyway, so this tree with this one remaining little either mandarin or orange is dead. So I'm going to start by pulling that out. This is something that I guess I'm just going to have to get used to. This sand, this soil, is basically just sand. But it's because we're so low on the floodplains, you know, we're basically down to sea sand, and that's why you can see that there's nothing really in this. So any plants that I put in, I'm going to have to really load up to get them started with a lot of compost.